Let's go.
Let's go.
Welcome to the Free Ballers podcast with Alex and John. We're going to dive right into all of the minute details of the collective bargaining agreement. Take it away, Alex. Take it away. This is all you.
Let's go. Let's fucking bargain collectively.
Section 1, paragraph 3 says, let's go.
Yeah. The deal includes, let's go. It's a Woj tweet. Yeah, what's up, everybody? What's up, Free Ballers? What's up, John? How you doing?
Let's bargain, my man. Let's collectively bargain together, you and I, tonight on this podcast.
Yeah, so one of the biggest thing that sticks out to me about the thing is the in-season tournament implication, and I had to do a double take and kind of look a little. I had to really make sure that I wasn't getting April fooled. But I know Adam Silver has been talking about this shit for a minute. Also, I totally fucked up the joke too of the opening. I totally could have made that into a joke. But
you think so?
But that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for, to fuck it up.
You are officially the wet blanket of this podcast, man. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
True. But yeah, this tournament news, I think it's that's pretty interesting, as Westbrook would say. Silver's been talking about it for a long time, but I'm pretty sure it can start as soon as next year. And that's the biggest change to the kind of flow of things, or most significant addition to the season, in our whole lives, probably.
Well, I would say since the institution of the play-in 3 years ago.
No, you're totally right. That's true. The play-in exists in this weird void. Where the fuck? What are play-in stats? I guess they're their own thing. Play-in stats.
I want to say they
playoff stats.
Well, see, that's the thing. I thought they counted towards playoff stats, but it's almost I think people love the play-in so much. This is the point I was going to make. I think people love the play-in so much. They're like, why haven't we been doing this since 1946? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I fuck with the play-in. The play-in is dope. The play-in is dope. I was talking with some people tonight about the mid-season tournament, and I feel I don't want to put it on older fans because I don't think it's about that, but the people I was talking to happened to be older, and they were not about it. They were not about I think it's too much change, they
really.
Yeah, but on that front, it reminds me kind of how they put a pitch clock in baseball now.
Yeah.
And things grow and change and evolve. Basketball won't always be the same forever. If you go watch a game from the 70s or the 80s, it doesn't even look like this anymore.
Did you imagine? I mean, the 3-point line is a relatively new thing in the history of the NBA. Can you imagine if players were still having to dribble the same way you see in those black and white videos of I don't know, John Havlicek or Bob Cousy, and they're just ding 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 right in front of them, no between the legs, no behind the back, none of that stuff. The game has to evolve. You know what I mean? So,
wow.
It's one of those things where they're what would the founding fathers say? If you brought if you zombied James Naismith out of his grave and showed him what his game became, he'd be like, what the fuck is a car?
Yeah. He'd have a fucking aneurysm or some shit.
Yeah. His fucking head would explode. So
it would be they start telling him the money line and shit. He's like, what?
Mm-hmm. He'd be like, why are women allowed to play this too? And it's okay, Mr. Naismith, we need to bring you up to speed a little bit here, sir.
Yeah, he'd probably get cooked too on the court. You know what I'm saying? he was. I'm pretty sure he was like already cookable. Like when he invented it, like he was an older dude. I think at that point.
Yeah, like he invented the game already fully cooked, basically.
Yeah.
Like he fully cooked the game as a fully cooked man.
Yes, well done.
Yeah. He's yeah.
Yeah, damn, we're so funny. We're like the funniest dudes.
You're making me laugh, bro.
Oh, damn. That like fuck.
Yo,
I don't know how to respond.
Ass.
I don't know how to respond to that. It's heartwarming.
It is heartwarming. I hope everybody's feeling cringy right now listening to this.
Yeah. Yeah, y'all cringe away. I don't give a fuck.
I'll spend the whole podcast just complimenting Alex. I don't give a fuck either.
You know, you're pretty good at this too, John. You're pretty good.
Oh, hey. Not as good as you, Alex.
Not as good as me giving compliments.
Yeah.
As I'm bad at them.
I found out recently I'm bad at him too, but I'll save that for I'll save that for like post podcast.
Actually,
whatever, so, yeah.
man, fuck that. I think I'm pretty good at compliments, but I think I'm good at ones that come up like in the moment. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like context compliments. You know,
I don't like being put on. I don't know why we're on this tangent, but I like it. I don't like when somebody says, "Hey, give me a compliment." I'm like, you can't just put me on the spot like that, bro. Like,
yeah. Get the fuck out of here. Give me a compliment. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure.
That is a lot of pressure. And it's just like, damn, like give me a compliment. Like, I'm still not over that, actually. Like, is that cool even to do? I mean, everybody deserves a compliment.
Sure.
So give me a compliment in that lens. It's like, okay, you know, but like now I got to think of something. And what if I compliment you on something that you don't like or something, you know?
Oh, man.
What if I pick the wrong one?
It's a double-edged sword. There's no right answer. You have to collectively bargain on what a compliment is going to sound like.
I would like to compliment the Sacramento Kings.
Like the beam team, bro.
Yeah, the beam team.
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited. I thought we should talk about it only because, like, maybe it's because I live out here and like people are like talking about the Kings a little bit, which is rare because they normally just fly those corny Warriors flags everywhere. But like now they're like, hey, did you hear about the Kings? And like, yeah, have you heard about the Kings? But anyways, yeah, third in the West. They'll have home court for at least one round.
Yeah, breaking like I'm pretty sure it was like the four major American sports. Like they had the longest playoff drought of like any of them.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying? Like they weren't even like the fucking Marlins been to the playoffs, like you know, like more recently than them. That's fucking crazy to me. And now I think since they're a lock for the playoffs, now it's the New York Jets. But the record is now a lot smaller, though. It's like
for futility, you mean?
Yeah, the
okay.
Jets haven't made the playoffs in like 8 years or some shit like that. But the Kings shit was like 16 years or some crazy shit. I'm not even gonna look it up. Fuck y'all.
Actually, since you mentioned it,
just trust me, it's somewhere around that number.
You know what? I love when I trust you, Alex. That's a compliment. Here's the thing.
Damn, you're good at compliments. You're good at compliments.
Not as good as you, obviously. But I was gonna say I thought the last time the Kings made the playoffs was probably when they got booted by the Lakers in the game where the ref was basically, you know, handing it over to the Lakers.
Oh, too, yeah. I think there was like a YouTube documentary that was like the greatest travesty in sports history. Type shit much. Like that. Yeah, I don't even know if sports was in the title. It's just like the biggest travesty of all time.
I mean, if you want to use the word travesty, like, not to get dark, but Jackie Robinson had like rocks thrown at him during baseball games. I feel like that's more of a travesty. You know,
it's
what I mean?
True. It's true. Yeah. Bibby could take that Kobe elbow to the face. It's all good.
Yeah,
He'll be
Jackie
fine.
Robinson's out there trying to just play baseball, and he's getting like rocks and racial slurs thrown at him. I think we should. I think Travisy's a little lightly used there.
Yeah, that is a fair and 100% solid ass point.
It's a compliment to Jackie Robinson.
Shit. Like that series, man, I have so many thoughts about that O2 King series, man. Like just because that was around the time when I was like really like getting really into the NBA, and I was
climbing the Wayback Machine. This is Alex like just hitting puberty, checking out the NBA for the first time, right?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
And I probably have like a thin mustache, maybe it's starting to happen. Like I can't really remember, but it sounds good for the story.
A few chest hairs plucking out and stuff.
Yeah. Shit. That series, Tim Donaghy was one of the refs. Like, and Tim Donaghy is the gambling ref. Y'all know about the gambling ref?
I mean, I know. I don't know. Are you asking the audience right now?
Yeah, but just throwing it out to everybody, all of us.
I mean, I can answer for them. Although some will say, "I know about the gambling ref," and the other half will be like, "Never heard about the gambling ref."
His whole gambling ass. He's a fucking super gambler. This man could not stop gambling. But no, I remember watching that series, and that was around the time I was getting into basketball like hard. And the Heat always my team, but the Kings were my favorite team in the West because I used to play basketball like every fucking day. And I didn't play in like what do you call it? Like little league or whatever the fuck basketball.
Just like
version.
Driveway, street ball.
Yeah, just go to the park
Same.
and fucking, take ankles back home to me in a little sack hung up on a stick over my shoulder.
You still creepily have a glass case of 13-year-old broken ankles that you keep and you've taken with you on every move that you go to, and it's getting creepy. But I mean, you did earn those ankles. It's
true. It doesn't smell good, but it is a good feeling when I smell them. But
I mean, they were fun to watch, right? I mean, that's what I mean, they were like the most fun team at that time to watch.
Yeah. Like when I used to play basketball every day, and like my favorite shit was just like passing, like people who pass like thoughtfully is like sometimes someone can throw a pass that's just like it just feels so good. Like it's like that pass that like once it happens, the only thing that all 9 other people can do is just watch. And like the other 5 people are just like, fuck. Like, and that's it. It's because it's a layup or it's like a wide open 3 from like Stojakovic or some shit. Yep. That Kings team, in my opinion, was the best passing team in the NBA at that time. And I also really liked Chris Webber. I really liked the Fab Five. And so I fucked with Chris Webber. That was my squad. That team passed so good. Chris Webber averaged like way high amount of assists for a player at his position.
Don't forget Divac.
Yeah, Divac would. Damn, it's been so long that I can't even remember how to say his name. Divac. I
think it's Divac. Yeah,
Divac.
Like
yeah,
Don Chich.
Wow,
right? So,
man.
Yeah,
that kind of trips me out because he used to be a regular character. You know what I mean?
Vladdy Dotty. He likes to potty.
Yeah. Divac, maybe. I think
Divac, like TZ, I guess is how you want to say it. But
yeah, no.
I mean,
I'm actually going to Google this because Divac or Divac means more to me than how many years the Kings didn't make the playoffs.
You feel like Eastern European guys have been stepped on for too long, and you got to stand up for them.
No, not necessarily. I think Embiid might be the MVP. I think he's I changed my mind, but anyway.
Oh, officially?
Yeah, and That
Two
goes
things.
against my Eastern European like movement I got going on here.
Because you want Jokic, or because you don't want Jokic. But I mean,
well, last time I said Jokic. Last time we talked about it, and I changed my mind.
Well, here's the thing. So I got 2 points. Let me back up to the Kings here real quick. First of all,
back that thing up.
Funny you mentioned the passing of that old Kings team from like 20 some odd years ago. I just recently caught like a video of Jason Williams, and he was like getting interviewed or something, and he was like on the court, and I think he was talking to like a young, he was almost like he was like tutoring or like mentoring like a girl who was trying to play basketball and stuff, and he was telling her like he passed the ball to her, and he said, he was kind of saying like, how did that pass feel? And she was like, oh, okay. It felt okay. He's like, do you feel ready to shoot? She's like, yeah, I guess so. He's like, then she gave him the ball back, and then he passed it again, but he had like the lines of the ball perpendicular to her hands instead. He's like, how do you feel about that pass? She's like, well, this feels way better. I don't have to like spin the ball to get it where I want to shoot it. He's like, well, that's how I tried to pass all the time. I made sure that and I was like, damn, that blew my mind. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Like whoa, I was, yeah, I did. I was like Neo taking off my sunglasses.
Yeah. It's like doing part of the work, for the like, shooter. Yeah. That's like, when you go to work and like the people who closed last night like really did good.
Yes,
they got your shit all laid out for you, and they're like, oh damn, they took like a little extra step.
That's a capitalist bounce pass right there.
Shit, I don't know.
The other thing I was gonna say, since you went into MVP, so because of the new collective bargaining agreement, you have to play at least 65 games to be eligible for individual awards, such as the MVP, which means that Joel Embiid would have only been eligible to win the MVP once in his career so far.
Yeah, that's going to make it tough for some of these dudes. But, my take on that is if you can't play 65 games out of the 82 games, because it's an 82 game season, if you're not hurt, you should expect to play 82 games. You know what I mean? Dudes get hurt and stuff all the time, but and that just happens. But availability, is sometimes the best ability.
It's part of the formula. If you ask me,
how valuable are you? Like if
on the bench,
if you can't play, that was actually, as I hate to say it as a Heat fan, but that's a huge concern with our team and Jimmy Butler, as good as he is, which he's just fucking incredible. Honestly, I think he's having one of his best years ever, but because our team is trash, it's going under the radar. But if you look at his numbers since the All-Star break, it's like mind blowing. But that's a fear with our team is like the man can't play a full season. You know what I mean? If Jimmy Butler played a full season like the way that he is currently playing, then he would deserve to be in MVP discussions. I'm a Heat fan, biased, but like that, and we would also have to have a better record than we do currently. But like that
meme that got passed around for a while, where he was like, I think it was during the 2020 playoffs, where basically he was doing everything for the Heat. And that meme of him like, hunched over with his elbows on the sideline stanchion or whatever.
From the bubble, from the finals.
I feel like that's him after every game this season, basically.
Yeah, it's like the Waffle House cook sitting on the bench outside. Like,
that was Popeye. That was when Popeye.
Yeah, the Popeyes. The chicken sandwich wars. Yeah, yeah. Respect. I got a lot of good sandwiches out of those chicken sandwich wars. That shit was good. It inspired me to go get one. But I mean, Jimmy, that's our guy in Miami. And if he can't play the full season, it's troubling. It's troubling, especially with the way they've like put together the team poorly, in my opinion, in the last few seasons. Like as far as the front office. So like he needs more help. But anyways, like if you can't play 65 games, then you shouldn't be like. I think that's reasonable. I think that's a reasonable number.
No, that's good. It's like what is that? 2/3, 3/4
exactly.
of the season, or something like
yeah,
that.
it's like 2/3 or somewhere around. Yeah.
And I wonder, like, I mean, more than likely, if you don't play at least 65 games, then your team's probably not doing well anyways, right? So then, well, I don't know. That might not be. That's not necessarily true. I was trying to make a point, but maybe that doesn't really. Maybe it's just a moot point. But like, what I was going to say is, like, if you don't play at least 65 games, your team's probably not in a position for you to even be considered MVP anyways, right? They're probably like out of the playoffs or a lower seed in the playoffs, and that factors into whether you're going to be an MVP anyway. So
true.
You almost,
and if they were like
you
the
have
number
to
one,
have to play 65 games to even have like a decent seed in the playoffs if you're the best player on the team.
Yeah, if they were like the number one seed and you didn't play 65 games, then it's like you're not important, bro.
Yeah,
like,
what does it matter? Yeah. Good shit.
Shit. By the way, you were correct. Devots.
Is it Devots? Yeah.
Devots. I can't believe
he was like an old ass man on that team too.
Yeah. Those motherfuckers got cheated though, for real. Like
hell yeah.
The refs were definitely favoring the Lakers and that shit. Watch the documentary, like, just look up like Sacramento Kings 2002 playoffs documentary.
Travesty, Travesty.
Yeah, or whatever. I don't even know. I can't remember what it's called.
I was gonna say, listen to that podcast that you told me about. That's like a 4-part or 5-part thing just on Tim Donaghy. That's pretty good too.
Yes.
Actually, no, don't listen to that podcast. Just listen to our podcast at all times. We will never promote another podcast ever.
Yeah, this is the only podcast. No, I don't care. Listen to whatever. You just play this shit on silent when you go to sleep.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and keep it on loop.
Damn. Could we incept some people, like put something in their heads while they're sleeping? Like if they listen to this while they're sleeping, can we like have some stuff to say for them?
So if y'all just play this shit like on mute, on repeat when you go to bed, and if I see that you're doing that, then we'll release like some soothing, relaxing sleep talk where we maybe we just talk about appreciating waterfalls.
For this episode, we're going to take it down a few notches. I'm going to teach you guys how to knit.
Nikola Jokic passes the ball like the wings of a butterfly float through the oxygen molecules and nitrogen and all the other shit that makes up the air. I don't know, damn, but no,
bro, you're making me tired. That's for sure.
Welcome to the quiet storm. Luther Vandross coming up next. That would be a dope job.
We're gonna call this the Breeze Ballers podcast.
Yeah. What going back to the tournament though, backing that thing up to the tournament, what are your thoughts on the tournament? Like what's your opinion on the upcoming mid-season tournament?
Well, I guess it's obviously a thing to get ratings for the dead parts of the season, right? Because from what you told me, because you kind of looked into this a little more and you know a little more about it than I do, that it will put some important games in December, right?
Well, yeah, but the thing is, is it important though? Like the importance, we have to make it important. Like the players have to care. But continue.
Well, I guess that's where I'm confused. It's like, because I guess that's the thing is like normally the December games don't mean much, right? Because you're just like, they seem meaningless that early in the season. It's like middle of winter, nobody really cares. It's always like they just don't seem to matter as much as the games that are being played like right now when they're for like playoff seeding. So it looks like it's a way to get people more excited during the and this is for ratings, obviously, which I don't think the NBA has trouble with, but it's for ratings in the dead parts of the season, right? I mean, I don't know. I mean, it just sounds like they're trying to compete with with literally the most popular game in the world, which is soccer, and have this tournament thing. Or maybe I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. I just need the game. Like they want to make these games seem more important, but I don't know. I still don't fully understand how they're going to be more important. Like how is this going to? Like you said, teams will win money. Is that correct?
Yeah,
teams and coaches will win money.
According to well, this is according to Legion Hoops, but they cited Woj, but I did not see the Woj tweet myself. But they said that winning players and coaches will earn additional prize money.
Okay. What does the win mean, though? Is the win added to your season record, or is the tournament like a side thing that you're doing?
I think the tournament is a side thing. I think it is. So like the initial games in the pool play will be normal regular season games.
Sure.
And then the top 8 teams of that like round robin group play thing will make it to a single elimination tournament, kind of like the World Cup. And I'm pretty sure all of that is going to be just normal regular season games that are already like the schedule. And then I'm pretty sure the tournament also will be like kind of just baked into the schedule as it normally would be. But that I'm not sure about. But I think that's how it will be, because they're not trying to make the schedule longer, the season longer. You know, if anything, they're trying to make it shorter. So I would imagine that these are all normal regular season games. The only difference is that like that when it gets down to the Final Four, then the Final Four teams will go play in a neutral site. So like they'll like, and that'll change every year probably.
Really?
So yeah. And it's in the tweet, it says Las Vegas is prominent in the discussion, but I doubt that it'll be like every year they do it there. But maybe they make some agreement and do that. But I could see them changing it like the All-Star game or something. But since those Final Four games, so that's what we're talking 3 games like, you know, one game on either side, and then the final game. Since those are going to be at a neutral site, in my mind, those 3 games would be the only games of this whole concept that aren't a part of like
of the regular season.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's just like, wow, my science. Like, because I can't verify that for y'all. Fuck y'all.
Well, it's funny. Like 2 minutes ago, you were trying to calm them to sleep, and now you're like, "Fuck y'all."
Yeah, you're gonna probably want to stop the sleep thing a little early on into it before it gets too crazy.
Yeah, they're like trying to sleep, and you just said "fuck y'all" to them in their sleep. So okay. Here's the first thing that came to my mind for some reason, because I feel like I'm just being dumb about this. Okay, so normally before season starts, the whole season schedule is laid out for every team, right? So, but now with this tournament thing, if in the middle of the season, you can't necessarily have that because you don't know who's going to be playing who, because you have to figure out which team is going to win what game, and then that team moves on to this tournament thing with the single elimination on it. So you can't have a team's whole schedule all worked out already because it's going to change. You don't know who you're going to play at any particular date, basically.
Good point. And that makes me think that that Final Four process, which is just 3 games, would have to take place in like a break that kind of like already happens. So like during the All-Star break, maybe they make the All-Star break like slightly longer or some shit. That's just the idea. I don't know. But okay. So if you
feel
had
like that'll fuck with ticket sales.
Like, well, if you had the maybe ticket sales of that event, but everything else besides that is just already the normal schedule, how it is already. You just need to set aside time for these 3 games, which for the teams involved would be, for some teams it would just be 1 game, and for some teams it would be 2 games. And so maybe like a week. And so they could add like an extra week into like the All-Star break. But also, just for everybody listening, this is pure conjecture. Like we're going to get the actual details, but it's fun to think about for sure.
Well, whether you like it or not, it's basically it's going to be baked into the season until 2029, the 2029-30 season. So
yeah, and that's something I didn't really think about when I was talking about it with some people earlier. Is when I had thought about this years ago, when Adam Silver was like first starting to talk about it, and then seeing like the discussion online take place. I think the biggest issue with this shit is that people don't understand that the majority of this is just already their regular season. Yeah, it actually says in the tweet, the final 2 finalists, so the people who make it to the championship game of the little tournament, they would play 83 regular season games. So it would just be 1 extra game for the people to do the final game of the tournament.
So and obviously they're getting paid for that extra game. So I guess there's a monetary incentive there for both of the teams, right?
Monetary incentive for the players and the teams themselves, as well as the winner. But that means the whole entire thing is just a fun play on the games that are already happening. So But I think that like that's the biggest thing that people don't get, is that like this isn't going to be some like major change to how the season works. It's just it's almost as if like the free ballers. It's like the free ballers cup. You know what I'm saying? Like if we just made some shit up that's on top of what's already happening.
Yeah, where we make each Heat Celtics game more important throughout the season because it's just our 2 teams. Yeah.
And so I think as more fans realize and start to find out that that's what it is, that it's not like they're not going to like take a break and do like a whole tournament like a March Madness or some shit.
I think that's what I thought it was going to be. Actually, that's how I pictured it. And so maybe I like this better now that the way you're kind of clearing it up.
I think it's such a future-y idea that like half the people when they hear it don't get it, and they think that it's like going to be this huge change to how the NBA season works. And I've even heard people be like, you know, like we don't need an in-season tournament, like we need less games. Like the regular season is so long as it is. Yeah. And so this is a way to make that matter and be more fun.
Will it matter? See, that's the thing. So the 83rd game doesn't count towards your standings. So it doesn't matter for playoff seeding or anything like that, which is kind of the ultimate, like, you know, like every in-game tournament or every in-season tournament is going to be dwarfed by the playoffs and the finals ultimately. Right. So that's the part I think, I guess they're just trying to like get you excited in the, I mean, I'll just go back to what I initially said, is they're just trying to get you more excited about something within the season because the 82 games is so long.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm open to anything.
Yeah. I think their hope is that like, you know, it's kind of like, it's just another thing to get and achieve. It's another trophy. Like, and at first it's going to be all new and just like who knows, if those games all are good games and it's exciting, like then it could take off right away. But even if it's fucking boring, once it has,
it was going to be
time.
boring anyways, right? Because they're just mid-season. Well, they're not boring for us because we're NBA. You and I are like, homers for the NBA, but like
nerds.
Yeah, but for maybe if for people who are like casual fans, maybe we'll just get like drawn into it a little bit more.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they're just. I mean, I'm reading something here that says this has been the most financially successful era in NBA history. It says will continue uninterrupted for at least 6 more years. I didn't know that. This era right now that we're going through is the most successful financially era for the NBA.
Well,
so
that makes sense to me. Just the only thing that makes that make sense to me is what teams are being sold for. Like, and the one that comes to mind is the controversial Donald Sterling with the Clippers, which that fucking TV show is coming out or whatever. Like,
I can't wait.
Yeah, isn't Lawrence Fishburne going to be Doc?
Rivers, yes.
Yeah. We got to do a Netflix on that. Fucking Netflix episode 2.
Yeah, it's good.
Like years apart. It's like we're like Dr. Dre with that shit.
yeah. They want to know if I still got it. Yeah. Like Lawrence Fishburne as Doc Rivers. What if I told you that I would get multiple coaching contracts off of one chip? What if I
told you that the final 2 finalists would ultimately play 83 regular season games? I don't even know. That wasn't even an attempt at Morgan Freeman or no, not Morgan Freeman. Damn. Lawrence Fishburne. Damn. How did I just do that to the gods?
Mildly breaking news from 15 minutes ago. Do you want to get Jaime on the podcast right now?
Yeah, sure.
He texted me. He said, y'all podcasting.
Here comes a new challenger.
Hello.
Is this James? Windy City James?
Jaime Alejandro Barreto.
What's up?
What's going on?
What's good?
Welcome to Cali, Chief.
Nothing, just trying to figure. I've only used Discord like 2 or 3 times, and that's when we've done this. So I was just like, you're like, yeah, just join the call. And I'm like,
yeah.
What does that mean?
Yeah, I
had to look. And like what threw me off is it had 3 guests already. Now it has 4.
Oh yeah, because there's a bot.
That's what threw me off. I was like, it's just John and Alex. So I was like, it should be 2 guests, and then
Craig is a bot.
It up and it's just some fucking Chinese AI thing. Just like
yeah. Craig is a bot. He's what records.
Zine, what do you feel about and how do you feel about China acquiring 85% of the NBA?
Bro, that's the CEO of TikTok in there. You better not say some shit.
LeBron's like, I have no comment. LeBron's like, I haven't really read on this yet.
NBA is going to be in 5 years. The NBA will be in front of Congress testifying.
Oh shit, you're coming in hot. Love this.
He is coming in hot.
Should I or no?
Yeah, hell yeah.
You come in, whatever.
Let this man cook.
I was reading some NBA news and I was just like, man, and I was looking at like, I don't go to Twitter, but I don't have a Twitter thing, but on like Google search, I can see like top tweets and stuff. And I was like reading everything. I was like, man, I don't know if their show seems chill. I don't know if like anyone should come in with like all this loud energy because y'all are so chill. Like the last show we did was chill as fuck.
Oh no.
Yeah. It was John, you were like because like the Lonzo Ball played like 20 games for the Bulls, maybe 15, but you were like, how are the Celtics like 10th and the Bulls like 1 or whatever? And I was like, well, we got a long way to go here. And look what happened. The Celtics ended up in the finals, and the Bulls and Lonzo has had his 3rd knee surgery. The midseason tournament.
Yes, that's what we were just talking about.
as a Chicago fan, I should be celebrating it. I'm like, oh wow, it's this chance for us to win this meaningless thing. Finally, it's just a sense of winning, and like, does it mean anything? Will anyone respect it? I don't know.
These were all my questions for Alex.
To me, it's a season, and then you have a champion at the end. I really don't care what happens in Europe with soccer, and I mean, I lived in England, so you learn that side of the like soccer over there, and in England and Europe, it's really big, and I mean, people get really pumped up, but I can't imagine leaving the house for 5 hours and coming home and it was like, what was the score? It's like 0-0. I mean, because like they don't always do shootouts. They'll end things in a draw, and you get all dressed up
for real.
Start having your
and
you're
you want to get like some snacks and it's like fucking 15 pounds and shit for like.
Well, these people are vomiting in the middle of the street at the end of the night, in their jerseys and stuff, and it was 0-0. Like, well, what did you really accomplish? Nothing really got accomplished. You just,
bro. I love that you're saying this stuff, Jaime, because this is all the stuff I want to say out loud, but people will rake you through the coals if you insult soccer at all.
Yeah.
I love soccer. I'm just saying I don't feel the NBA needs to copy that. And some people, I saw some people on social media talking about it earlier today. The logos on the jerseys. That to me was very soccer.
That is very soccer. Yeah. And
I've gotten used to it though.
I think the future holds more ads, unfortunately. That's trash.
I don't care for it. Some teams, the sponsor goes well with the jersey, and some teams it just looks whack.
Yeah, true. Like the Thunder got loves. The Thunder, I don't know if they still have loves, so but like
when I see that, I just think about a dirty wrestler in a trucker shout. Like,
I kind of fuck with that though. I kind of fuck with the Thunder. Like, it's OKC, baby. Like, let's go to loves.
those guys, as far as this season, are playing good for what they have, and the thing with them is they play tough every game. Like, I've seen a little bit of them this year, but it seems like they hang in the games.
Yeah, no, they're about to be scary.
Yeah, and they're great
in the future.
Because think about what they had. Like the Thunder, we know it was like this young KD, Harden, and Westbrook, and it was like the sky's the limit. But then they just broke it up, like. Kind of,
yeah, they fucked up.
I don't know, prematurely. I mean, what would you say?
I think
they
prematurely.
No. Well, I mean, they had their chance. That team you're talking about, Jaime, three future Hall of Famers on it, pretty much. I would say KD for sure, Harden for sure. Westbrook is the only potential maybe in there, but they went to the finals, they lost, and that's that. Like, I mean, yeah. I think they.
Wasn't that also peak Ibaka?
Yeah, peak. Ibaka. Yeah, Ibaka. He was out there fucking doing his thing. But
by the way, they can make the playoffs this year, technically.
Yeah, still. Yeah. No, yeah. They're on the rise, man.
They're in it.
SGA is fucking dope.
But they're all like 2 games within. And we have like, what are we at now? Like 6 games left, 5 games left.
Yeah, like five or less for some teams. 5 or less.
So it's getting down there, but they're not separated by much. There's like kind of a similar situation in the East, but not at like that. Not at that point. The East is kind of like
settled up quick.
Yeah, settling in. Yeah,
there's
settling.
Space. Yeah, there's a bit more space there. So.
Jaime, so you texted me the other night wanting hot takes, and my hot take for you was that I said the Warriors will miss the playoffs, and it looks like that's not going to come true at all.
Damn, you brought it hot with that one, dude.
You're betting. I think Adam Silver would chop your head off for trying to say that,
especially because I live up here. But like, I said that because like the bottom of the West is so clogged up. And I was looking at so I looked at the Warriors schedule and I was like, damn, they could lose that game. they could lose that game. They don't know where the fuck Wiggins is, even though that's a whole topic we can go off on about Wiggins, by the way. So I'm like, damn, they could lose this, they could lose that. And then like they just kind of won those games that I said they were going to lose. So yeah, they'll probably make the playoffs now.
Look, the NBA is going to, no, that's not true. I don't know if they're doing this, but all the names you want to see are going to be at least in the play-ins and then the playoffs. It's all
LeBron.
The
Curry.
only one that's getting left out to me is Damian Lillard, and I don't know what he's doing over there in Portland.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it's almost like he loves to be the king of Portland, but his career's like passing by, and it's just like, you're okay
As a
with
Heat
not
fan,
making the playoffs, okay?
He's loyal to a fault, I think.
As a Heat fan, we're rubbing our hands like Birdman and shit over here, like just waiting for him to like be like, okay, actually, I want to leave, and so we could try to do something.
Yeah, but people have tried.
Yeah, no, I know. He's loyal. He's loyal as fuck. He's
to what? I don't I guess I do, because I like that, but at the same time, if the like he's proven his loyalty, like if the situation's there, like something pops up, you know, might as well take it. I don't like
the fans.
Players. I don't like players jumping from team to team. I don't.
But the fans of Portland wouldn't hate him if he left now.
It's been a while and they haven't been able to do it. They'd understand. I think they'd be
I'm
sad
sure
as fuck.
they would have some coffee and then drink an IPA and walk to a farmer's market and contemplate it and be all right with it.
Yeah, everything be fine after like
a little
tofu bowl.
Yeah, little bicycle in the trails, you know.
Go to a strip club.
Yeah, go to a strip club, like
get one of those Hangtown Fries or whatever. It's like a breakfast with like seafood in it or something like that. We're getting like real inside.
Good.
Oh,
that sounds good.
I'm into that.
Get a voodoo donut.
We're getting real into baseball here in the city of Portland.
No one in Portland sat me down for that. Seafood and breakfast, like that sounds like New Orleans or something, you know?
I mean, it could be good, but I heard it's bad. I heard it's like, yeah, I don't know. That's the thing. Yeah, if you look up what a Hangtown Fry is.
It was just some hipster like saw it on the internet and tried
I guarantee it was a hipster thing. Yeah, but
poured like $5 million into a brunch place. And
yes, exactly.
Shit, dude. The Pelicans are 7th, so they be in the play-in, and Zion is like about to come back.
Right.
And back when he was playing, they were like way up there in the standings. And then as soon they only fell down because he isn't with them. So that would be kind of juicy. They could be if Zion's playing. Alex. If Zion's playing, he could be the one who knocks out LeBron. That's juicy as fuck.
Could knock out LeBron at this point. Like Luka's grandmother could probably knock out.
That's true. Their team is trash. That is
LeBron.
True.
Bulls played the Lakers twice in like 3 days, and LeBron looks slow as hell.
I'll say this. Okay,
he has like maybe 1 or 2 explosive moments a game, and then the rest of the time, when you're watching him, like it's like wow, it's like this looks like someone's grandma out there. I mean, it did not look good.
They do have like a nice winning record since they got rid of Westbrook though. And speaking of the Pelicans, like you said, Alex, like they just beat the Clippers tonight. So they're within a half game of not even being of being out of the play-in basically. Right, so they're within a half game of 6. Yeah.
Yeah. So the Pelicans are there, but everything's close. Now, what is this? What is this deal about? Because we segued from the seafood and the breakfast and New Orleans.
Now we got
into the Pelicans, and then LeBron. Now, what's going on? What's going on here with the Lakers? Have shot 411 more free throws than.
I love this. I love this story.
People are like, well. I mean, look at their shots. I mean, they're driving to the hoop. They're strong. Like I watched them play, bro. They're not that.
Nope.
Not that strong.
Yeah, no. Anybody out here saying, "Look at their shots"? Like, stop playing with me. Stop playing around.
Yeah, no. It's very obvious. The league favors the Lakers making the playoffs, plain and simple. And so they will call.
Hey, we're gonna get
for them.
sued. I think this is breaking some kind of laws or codes.
Yeah.
According to the association. No, that's the story. So it's just like, it's obvious the NBA is doing stuff at this point.
Yeah.
I think it's getting. I think the last time we saw it this bad was 2002 or 2003.
Yes, we were just talking about that.
We were just talking
we were
about
just talking about that.
Just talking about that. Yeah.
And it's see, I don't know whose fault it is, because you could say the refs, you could bring in gambling, you could bring in the mob, but at the same time you could just bring in, I feel like the NBA hands down these discretions or trends that they want certain calls to be seen, and that can favor, if you know what a team's going to do, that you can kind of chip away at a path for a team to give them a little extra help. And that may be what we're seeing, or we're just seeing like outright corruption.
Yeah, you could like
mobs and like people just getting capped like in the driver's seat in a car in the middle of like the Bronx.
Yeah, dude, like
we don't know.
Dude, there's so many games. There's so many games I watch and I see like at the very end, and the game's already like decided. And that's the biggest time to watch for fuckery. Yeah. Because the one team's up by like 7, but it's like, guess what? The spread on this game was 11. And so now that team, they get like some crazy, oh shit, it's a 4-point play, and you're like, what? Yeah. And it's like gambling, dude.
I don't know, man. It's crazy because like, I don't know what level we've all played of basketball, but if you've played and you're there with you've seen officiating from like game to game, sometimes it goes your way, it doesn't. There's like, so you have like a little bit of experience in it, but then I'll say, I mean, as a Bulls fan, like the other night I watched Patrick Beverley get a pass and literally he just walked with the ball like 3 steps, and it's like, oh shit, and then like he passed it, but like the ref was right there, like he's just walking with the basketball and just like walking down the street, not dribbling like to travel. I mean, like it's all types of calls.
That's rampant as fuck. There's a dude on Twitter going viral.
You could mess
for John, pointing that out.
You know about this with Tatum, like you can call the carry.
Oh, why'd you have to bring this up, dude? Why'd you have to bring this up?
I'm saying you could carry. You could call the carry. I'm not saying he's carrying.
No, I thought you were talking about the Tatum foul on LeBron that happened at the end of a game earlier this year. It was a clear foul that the refs missed on LeBron.
Was it one of those that they reviewed? Did they give it to you guys the next day?
No. That's the thing. There was no review. The refs didn't call a foul.
Yeah,
LeBron went in for LeBron went in for a layup to like I think tie the or no, he went in for a layup to go up in the game and not send it to overtime. Tatum clearly, and I mean clear, I'm saying as a Celtics fan, clearly fouled LeBron on the arm, and they didn't call it. And LeBron threw a tantrum at the free throw line. Just threw a damn he was.
That was when he like knelt down and shit.
Yeah, he melted down. Yeah,
he got down to his knees and it became a meme.
I remember. Yeah,
because they went to overtime and lost.
With LeBron, it's hard because he does that like every game. So,
and plus the Lakers, and plus the Lakers, and plus we know now the Lakers get the benefit of foul calls more often than any other team by like a huge amount. Like the next closest team was like 200 fouls less or something. It was crazy.
It's true.
All season long, I'm in Los Angeles, so all season long, the Laker fans are like, get rid of this guy.
LeBron?
Yes.
Really?
A lot. Most that I've come across.
How fucking spoiled are Los Angeles people, man? That is nuts.
Yeah.
I don't think it's nuts. I don't think it's nuts at all. No. He's played half the season. John, he's played half the season.
Well, I know, but I mean, he's the greatest player of all time.
And won a championship for the franchise.
You can't hold a team hostage. They don't care about the bubble. I know Miami, that like you guys played really well and you made the finals. Like
either way, it's a championship.
Nobody.
It's still a chip.
The bubble.
I disagree. I
The rest of
disagree.
the NBA doesn't care about the bubble, but
I like calling Alex Caruso a champ. I like saying we have a champion on the Bulls and Alex Caruso.
Either way, it counts.
I take joy in that. From the bubble ring, and you can say, okay, Alex Caruso's on the Bulls, and we have okay, and here coming in is Alex Caruso. We have a NBA
champion on the roster,
championship. You know, I like that. I like that. The bubble's the bubble. People will say one thing or the other. It was a weird time.
It definitely is a different
not your
time.
regular NBA season.
That is true.
I'm not trying to take away anything right there, like with that, but
I mean, either way, it counts on on a team. Lakers versus Celtics like championship list and race.
Well,
it counts.
That's a whole other thing we can get into because the Lakers did play.
Okay,
the Lakers played in Minneapolis for like the first few years.
It's true, and they count those.
Yeah, they shouldn't count those things. That's ridiculous. So
technically, the Disney Celtics World and Adam Silver was just like trying to get the job for CEO at Disney. Look, we don't know what's going on. I want to see the documentary in about 10 years. But either way, okay. So like had the bubble Lakers, but yeah. The Lakers fans feel. I've talked to many that feel like this guy's taking up all the air, and they want to win. So I was going with that was like I was telling you that's kind of like I've met just so many Lakers fans that they will be watching and they're like, man, like they love LeBron, but they're just like they don't want to invest anymore with this guy.
Yeah, I can see
makes
that.
Sense.
But, I can see that because he's getting older too.
Where I was going was this was during the regular season, right? Like they started, I think, like 1-8 or something crazy, 1-9. Now, if I went back to that same bar seat, watch the game, I bet that they're all in. They're all excited.
Right now,
are what 7th now?
They're 8th.
Yeah, no, true. Because as long as they make it in, they're going to be.
This was when they were 1-8, 1-9.
They were saying get rid of LeBron, but now that they're in, they're like whatever. Or now that they could potentially be in, they're excited again.
They're just going to get all swept along with the excitement as like.
So basically, Lakers
granddaddy just like slip and slides his way into the finals, and then you got LeBron in the finals all of a sudden, and it's over.
See, so that's where I differ. Like, I think even if they make it in, they're just not as good as some of those other teams. And
since the trade deadline, they are better. The Bulls.
No, that's true. That's true.
I watched them a week ago. Like we split the 2 games. But I noticed that from what they had at the beginning of the year, they've brought in some pieces, and Austin Reeves is having like a Jeremy Lin moment.
He is,
and we gotta watch it.
Yeah.
Jeremy Lin moment that he'll live off of the rest of his life.
They'll start yelling honky at him and stuff like that, and he'll have his own documentary. Yeah.
Well, he took the Lakers to the playoffs, dude.
Yeah, he's got game. He's got game. Reeves got game.
Yeah,
he's got game. I'll give him that.
I'll tell you this: what'll piss a lot of Lakers fans off is if LeBron gets the credit for this shit.
Yeah, and not Austin Reeves.
No, Austin Reeves got to give some credit to LeBron. You got to give some credit to LeBron.
LeBron's been in it for 4 days, and they had already made the turnaround and like started winning games. That's the story so far. But
he didn't participate in the group project and shit, but then he like does the presentation and he's like, yeah. This is all my idea. Yeah.
That's what some people are concerned about. Like it seems to me the Lakers is like, I'm a Bulls guy, but I got like the front row seat and I hear all the gossip. Just seems like, when things aren't going well, they're ready to get rid of Pelinka or whoever. He looks like Rob Lowe.
Yeah, he does look like Rob Lowe.
He's Rob Lowe, yeah.
And then they don't know how much they want to invest in LeBron. My feeling is that he probably wants to, and their feeling is everyone just says like the best thing is to go somewhere else and play with your son if that's what you want, like, but not here.
He does want that, yeah.
The Lakers expect, like you're saying, they're spoiled, like they expect the best every year. It's the Lakers. I mean, that's all ESPN talks about. It's the Lakers. So yeah.
Bill Simmons has a crazy theory that LeBron will go to Dallas.
He's on crack cocaine. And I'll tell you why.
That's where
Bill
the
Simmons is
Ronnie
on crack cocaine. I'll tell you right now why he's on crack cocaine.
Because I don't like him either. Yeah, go ahead.
Because why in the world would Luka want to play with all those old people?
I think Luka's going to be gone by then. I think Luka will be gone by then.
Luka would have to be gone, right?
Yeah,
Luka would be on the Lakers.
Yeah, or something. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right about that. Fucking,
Luka would be on the Lakers.
That would be terrible. Oh.
So who is it? It's Draymond Green, LeBron.
Kyrie, Draymond. Yeah, and fucking like Bronny James. Running point.
Ladies and gentlemen, your NBA 2028 champions. It's like sponsored by Insure, and but it's also sponsored by like TikTok because you got the kid in there.
Sponsored by reverse mortgages. But Dallas is a whole other story, Jaime. If you're trying to bring them up, I mean, that's a whole other thing I was actually going to try and get into on this podcast because they're a fucking mess right now after adding Kyrie to the team. They're under 500 after adding Kyrie, and it's just like what a fucking mess they are right now. And they just lost to the Heat.
That's what we think, but this is Mark Cuban's master long-term plan. And I'm going to get all the stars, and I'm going to get LeBron. And I'm gonna get KD and Draymond, and I'm actually gonna with molecules. I'm gonna clone Derrick Rose to his MVP season. I'm gonna get him at point guard with Kyrie. I'm gonna split them in half and glue them together. Get the fuck out of here, Mark Cuban's out of his fucking mind.
Okay, well, I kind of agree with you. The thing about Dallas is like Mark Cuban, when any like player who's decently good becomes available. Like who's just like a mid player, but like has been usable in the past, becomes available. He jumps on it. Like I feel like Mark Cuban is the first to jump on some guy who's like, "Hey, you're not happy with your team? Come over to Dallas. We'll make you happy." So Kyrie is like this. This is a match made in. This is a match that was meant to happen. Is Kyrie in Dallas basically?
I think he's being lazy, and telling himself that he can't win with Luka. Because of basically how fat and slow Luka is on defense, but what he should be telling himself is to stick with that kid, and he gave up on building around Luka. So then he brings in Kyrie to see what would happen, and he's like treats Kyrie like he brings him, get out of Brooklyn, come here, I'm a good Jew, I'm gonna. Yeah. I'm a friendly Jew. Come here, sit down. Let's watch. Let's watch what's that Jonah Hill movie that Kanye said changed his viewpoint on Jesus.
Yeah, let's watch fucking. Damn it!
It's a reboot.
Yeah, it's so trash that I can't remember what it's called.
It's terrible. I tried to get through it. It's awful.
It's a reboot. By the way, I went to high school with Channing Tatum. So.
Did you really?
He was one grade under me. He didn't really say much. He just kind of always had a pencil in his ear and was just like, hey, come here. That's like basically my impression. He wasn't not nice. Wasn't.
I mean, that's what I think of him now. But I mean, yeah. So.
I'm fucking terrible in Coach Carter.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he was terrible in Coach Carter.
I don't know. But hey, the point is like Mark Cuban, he's like, come on, Mark Cuban wants to be friends with the players.
Yeah, I think he got Kyrie,
and it's just like that's not good. The best thing that ever happened in that guy's life, besides just overwhelming generational wealth pouring in from the idea of selling the idea of streaming video in the early days of the internet, in the 90s of the internet, like good. like you got lucky. Like, you know, besides that, the best thing that's ever happened to him is Dirk. And that's that.
And Jason Terry. You want a hot take about Mark Cuban?
I love
Jaime?
Jason Terry's a general, right? Isn't he a general?
The general? I don't think so. Was that his
He's
nickname?
the Jet. He's the Jet.
The Jet. Yeah. I was gonna say, I know what you were going for there.
General. The Jet.
Avery Johnson's the
Terry,
general.
baby.
Avery Johnson, the old point guard for San Antonio.
Yeah,
Anyway,
Avery Johnson. Yeah.
I can't believe I remember that shit.
Good call.
Yeah. So you want a hot take about Mark Cuban? I don't think he knows shit about basketball.
Avery Johnson looks like he was hungry. He had it looked like he had 50 teeth. You know, like we only have so many teeth. That
yeah.
He
had like a million, like jaws off James Bond.
He's hungry. He's hungry. I love Avery. But
beautiful smile.
Sorry, Mark Cuban. Yeah, let's talk about Mark more.
My hot take is Mark Cuban knows nothing about basketball. He just sees a name and he's like, well, that name's pretty big, so I'm going to go after them. So when Kyrie became available, he's like, fuck it, yeah, I'll go get Kyrie. I mean, I'll give Luka whatever help he wants. But he doesn't know shit about basketball. He doesn't actually follow it as closely as he should. He's just the owner.
I think he got Kyrie as a desperate attempt to try to keep Luka. Like, look, I'm helping you, but in helping you, I'm bringing like the craziest motherfucker in the league.
You would think that that's what he was trying to do. Is like, hey, come on, we'll bring in Kyrie and you play with Kyrie and you guys become best buddies. I'm not. Yeah. I think that there was something more nefarious, like Shark Tank behind that shit.
Okay,
interesting.
Like
I'm listening.
Diabolical shit. Like that guy's thinking like this year and next year and from there.
I missed Jaime's like mocking voice. That hey, come on, let's come in.
It's true. It's a good one.
Yeah.
Well, the guy. I mean, let's be honest. The guy is by society's generic standards like a nerd. He's a nerd.
Cuban.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's a geek.
No, he's a nerd for sure.
Nerd.
I don't know.
And then you got Luka, and his mom is like, he's like, wait, this is your mom, and he's like, oh, welcome to the Dallas Mavericks. You know, we don't know all the details, but the Kyrie thing to me was almost like putting a grenade in there and just to see what happened.
Yeah. Dude, he's a grenade anywhere he goes now.
Yeah. And every team that gets them is like, this time it'll be different. I feel
it's never different. It started with Boston, and it has not been different since.
I mean,
Boston recovered from it.
What was that dude's deal? He won with LeBron in Cleveland, which was great. I think that's my favorite championship that LeBron's won. Was
it's a great championship. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably
what happened? So they won there, and then was it Kyrie that was like, I'm not into this, or I want to?
Yeah,
basically.
Yeah, he was the one who requested a trade like right after they won in the following season.
He was tired of getting sunned by LeBron. Like LeBron's his daddy, basically. Like LeBron is daddy, and he's like LeBron's Batman, and he's Robin. He didn't want that anymore.
Oh wow! So LeBron's his father. Like, have they tested that?
There was actually a press conference where like some fucking reporter was like, "Do you see LeBron as kind of like a father figure or like some shit like that?" And he was like, he basically was like, "Get the fuck out of my face!" Like, I can't remember what he said, but yeah.
Well, he was born in Australia. Was LeBron in Australia as like a 10, 11-year-old? I mean.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, Kyrie was born in Australia?
Yeah, Kyrie was born in Australia.
Dude, I thought he was from New Jersey or something. I thought
he traveled. His family traveled a bit.
Oh, okay. I know his dad like played for a Massachusetts team, which is why he was like cool with going to Boston.
Yeah,
he was born out of nowhere, but yeah.
He was born in Melbourne.
But it was before that. It was born in Australia. Father was a baller, and then it was like pretty much as a kid immediate like coaches and special training.
Yeah, his father was playing pro ball in Australia.
The finest of and then they came over to America, and it was just the finest of the basketball program, like Sir This Way, like finest of high school team, AAU team, nice buses, like dressing up before the game and walking through a tunnel. The guy's kind of a prodigy.
Yeah, just
By the way,
no, go ahead.
I would say a quick side note: the Hangtown Fry is an omelet made with bacon and oysters, and sounds fucking delicious. So I don't care if anybody wants to say some shit about that.
Hey, that does sound kind of good.
That sounds fire.
I'll say some bad shit about that. I was turned on with the idea until it became bacon and oysters.
I don't know, that it could be good. You know, you can't eat that every day. It's like you're definitely indulging. Definitely indulging, but
I won't eat the pork. Those guys are little. Those guys are little fellas. Alex, of course, if like an abuelita is serving, like, you know, it's like, okay, I'll like, you eat it, but
sure.
On the reg, I don't, and because they're such friendly fellas. So if you're listening to this,
no pigs for you. Is that what I heard?
I think the only reason you should is maybe ribs. If I was a dictator,
that's a good reason.
Like,
that's a good reason.
I'm a dictator and like head of national health, and anything I say is like what the citizens have to eat. I'd be like, I'll allow ribs. Ribs are okay. You can have ribs.
So wait, you're good with ribs, but not with bacon. So you'll eat pork as long as it's in rib form, but not bacon form.
I don't eat pork at all.
Oh, okay. I wasn't aware. I'm catching up here.
I've learned that like they're like dogs.
They are pretty smart. Yeah, they're
like
very smart.
Oh, true. Yeah,
and they're affectionate, and like they'll be your buddy, and they're actually clean. Where society is just, you know, wow, pigs, like swine, like it's just dirty.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I bacon and oysters just.
It's a little much for breakfast, I feel, but it does sound tasty.
I'll eat oysters by itself. I don't know.
True.
It's like having oysters. Some people put bacon bits on their oysters. Like, I get it. You know,
dude. If this is like a rich,
leave the pigs alone. Leave the pigs alone.
Okay.
Leave Kyrie alone. You hear me, society?
With your
all the listeners, like, leave Kyrie alone.
Dude, with your thing about how pigs are like smart and stuff, like the way dogs are, like the way capitalism and billionaires are going, like they'll be eating like they'll be making
smart.
like.
I didn't say they're smart as dogs, but sorry, go ahead.
No, but they'll be making like dolphin omelets by like 2030. Like billionaires, the top 1% be eating dolphin omelets and shit. Yeah.
Oh no.
I think people are becoming more aware. Like, it's not about just eating anything. I mean, not to get like on a deep level, but you know, with COVID and everything, we don't have like an official story, but let's say the most popular narrative is a wet market. I mean, eating some of that stuff, that's what you fucking get.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
If that's what happened, well, that's what you fucking get.
Yeah.
Hot takes, man. You came in hot, man. I mean, really hot. Like you're hitting up China, you're hitting up Mark Cuban, you're hitting up LeBron. Like you're just like all cylinders, man.
All right. Well, it was fun. Thanks for having me on, guys.
That was fun. Yeah.